This episode is dedicated to the memory of one Stephen Koenig, a man among men, a king, a Koenig.
Come on, bring it on. Think you've got a game?
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass hockey podcast in all the known land. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Tommy C, and you're listening to Shot from the Point Live. This week on Shot from the Point Live, the Canadians win the junior gold. David Backus scores 4 goals. He gets the Jumbo Joe hat trick. And I don't know, Jeff, what the fuck else is going on in this world?
We got the All-Star game and their fucking horrendous jerseys.
Yeah. See, now your mic is doing the other thing.
Crossing guard jerseys.
Now your mic is doing the other thing. It's like coming in low or coming in high. I don't know. God, I hate your mic. What'd you pay, 60 fucking euros for that or dollars for that? I know.
I know.
That's great.
300.
Jeff's mic and more coming up on Shot from the Point Live, bitches. It's going to be a rough one. Stick around. Nice field beer all over the couch. Dirty, filthy, rotten, stinking down the shore in New Jersey, comedian and legendary Jake Link. Jake, I finally actually watched your interview. I probably should have watched it earlier because it was like, what, a week ago? I really liked it. I'm not through it yet because I had Lori here, but I'll definitely, I'm going to post it on Shot from the Point Hockey on Facebook. I think it's actually pretty good.
About time. It's going to get dated soon.
Yeah. Well, I think, like, our shit has a shelf life. I think that's an epic. I mean, you can't really get around that. Jake's Link speeches, you know.
Well, one of my friends, he listened to it. He goes, I listened to your interview. He goes, yeah. He goes, that dude was sucking your dick so hard.
I forgot to put any Dave effects. I forgot to load the effects. Hold on, I have to get on with this. Holy Christmas. Where's the Dave? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. I didn't load any effects. I'm struggling right now. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I got some really...
I'm like, dude, it's an interview, you know? What do you want him to do?
Yeah. Give you hard balls? I mean, like what are you, fucking Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
All right, yeah,
come on. Now, I understand you didn't write that joke. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's all Dave said the whole interview.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'll definitely give it a look. I liked it. I thought it was really honest. And I tried to be really... I think you did the same thing I did.
Yeah.
Try to be ridiculously honest.
Yeah, what's the point? Why lie, you know?
I don't know. The guy that was on before you, Jaren, he lied like a rug, so why not you?
Is that the guy with Joe Cronin? I didn't listen to that.
He was the guy that used to be with Cronin, and then...
you left me... You're going to choose between me or your family. That guy?
Yeah, that guy.
I was like, the name sounds familiar. And
you know what I hate? He's like, you know what I hate? I hate guys that tell me they can't talk to me because they have to be with their family.
Yeah. Baby needs... Sorry, my son needs his Pampers changed. I want to talk to you about suplexes.
Well, you know what happened there, and Cronin freely... maybe I shouldn't be talking about it, but Cronin freely admits this. He did promise them something that he didn't have the money for that he thought he would, okay? And then what happened was Jaren was such a pain in the ass between that time. He didn't accept, like, hey, look, it's going to take a little longer than I thought. So he started acting like an asshole.
I see you buying your kids food.
And I got to be honest with you. I met the man in person. I've talked to him for, 2 years now, right? It's been almost 2 years now, right, Jake? Since we goofed on him. It's been that was like in February, wasn't it?
Man, yeah, probably a year ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, Jake. That's when he first got his bit.
Wow, yeah, Lauren just said, man, you shit on Jaren so much, Tommy. LOL, man, you keep a grudge.
I don't know. No, I'm talking about Cronin. Cronin's so I'm fucking not even talking about hockey. I'm talking about Cronin. No, I don't have a grudge against. I think first of all, Jaren lied about how old he is, and had I known his real age, which he lied about, which he lies about a lot of things, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have goofed on him. I wouldn't have said anything. Also, let's keep in mind that Jaren freely uses the word Nazi because I live in Germany. It rolls off his tongue really easy, and he has zero consideration for anybody else when he says it. Not to mention my wife. So I mean, look, I say outrageous things. You say outrageous things. That's great. But you know what? You're responsible.
Trust me, I know you shouldn't refer to someone's wife in Germany as a Nazi joking around.
Yeah,
I learned that firsthand.
No, so I mean, what happened, Jaren, is I went back at you. I'm not going to go after you anymore because you're a child, and I don't mean that negatively. I lead that quite literally. You are a child, and I shouldn't be making fun of you because I'm an adult. And I thought you were around 17, 18, something like that, which is what you told Cronin. You lied. And you lied about a lot of other things. So my message to Jaren is this. He actually wished me a Merry Christmas, too. My message to Jaren is this. Feel free to call in Cronin, do what you want. I wouldn't want to get in between it. But you asked for every single thing that you got. And you had the world by the balls. Fucking Dave is selling T-shirts. And what are you doing? You could have been, I even wrote you a letter the first time you quit. And I begged you not to quit. And I told you how you could parlay this, how you could use this, but you're just too lazy. And I'm not going to make fun of you anymore, provided there's no attack. So I'll leave it at that. So what's up with the All-Star game, guys?
The teams were announced. Jerseys are fucking disgusting. Looks like Darth Vader had a fucking orgy with a green highlighter.
Did you write that?
Oh, that is great. I can't even write that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, you're fired, joke man.
See ya.
Wow. Yeah.
I know one little. I can't wait to hear from a sad little boy in Montreal. I had to break the news. I felt like I was telling him Santa wasn't real.
I got that earlier.
The All-Star teams were released. You want to go through every guy, say yay or nay whether he should be in?
I think we are the type of show to talk about who didn't make it rather than who did. What do you think?
But there's one in particular that I'm waiting for, so let's not talk about that one.
All right.
Okay.
Because I have some.
Let's go right into it, Jeff. Go right into what you have about the All-Star game. I got lots of opinions on this. Go ahead.
Oh, like I was going to say, we could run through all of them if you want to do that or not. What do you think?
I don't know.
Yes,
that's lame. I've tried shit like that before, like doing the team of the week. That doesn't work.
Yeah. We got the team 3, and we're like, okay, this shit's gay.
Do notables. Because, I just noticed today that Alexander Ovechkin had to be added to the team. How did Alexander Ovechkin be added to the team? How did Samus Giggins songs get the most votes?
I'll tell you how they had to be added to the team because they don't play for the Blackhawks.
Yeah, each team's got to be represented.
Yeah.
Who else are you going to? Who else are you going to send from?
Samus Giggins songs, the Buffalo Sabres got the #1 vote overall, and how is that not Sidney Crosby? And Ovechkin had to be added, and Sidney Crosby. There's something wrong with the system here. It can be hacked. I got to be honest with you. I follow the game reasonably closely. I'm not trying to say that I'm an expert or anything. I'm not even a professional broadcaster.
Dave Rose says the jerseys look like they're made by Rockstar or Monster Energy drink.
You're fired, joke man.
Yeah, yep. I should have just said that and said Dave Rose is a liar because when you look back at it, you wouldn't have seen it anyway.
Dave Rose is selling T-shirts.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Jaren?
I missed the bear, eh?
I have no grudge against Jaren. He's called me a Nazi and shit. And then he writes like, big secret, Tommy was never in combat. I have been very open with the fact that I was never in combat. I never said I was in combat one day, not a second, not a minute. and I've always kissed fucking Dave's ass for getting hurt in combat. So, how about that?
Yeah, you never said you
I never
been
made
shot at.
myself out to be a hero. Not a second, not a minute, not a day.
Nope. I mean, you're still brave because you could have been.
I wanted to, but they thought I was fucking too stupid.
Oh God, could you imagine if the terrorist got you? Let me tell you something, Ahmed.
What, you're doing Cronin jokes now too, Joke Man? You're starting to listen. Now I know you're listening to the other shows. Good. You get the Joe Cronin Network. Family.
No, that's not right. the guy's sitting there doing his video, and you're just interrupting him.
Right. Cut this way, not that way.
Yeah.
Fuck was I talking about? The goddamn All-Star team. Well, the biggest news is, look, Samus Giggins songs made the team. But
he had all of Latvia voting for him, probably.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like that's an organized. That's not what this is supposed to be about. I mean, I got to be honest with you. I mean, the fact that Sidney Crosby makes it every year on the dot does aggravate me, and the new guy doesn't aggravate me. But I mean, it sounds like it's rigged. I mean, well, you know what? I played this before. Here it is, In the Crease with Tommy C. This is me and Dave talking about Samus Giggins songs and the whole thing. And if I get fucking flagged for this video, I don't care because I'm in that kind of mode. Here you go. Here it is, In the Crease, Tommy C. All right, the guy that got on Buffalo that went to the All-Star game. I'm going to try to say his name. Zegmis Gergarisons. He's from Fuck you, Yahoo. Get out of my way. Zegmis. He was the one they kind of put in the All-Star team because they needed a Buffalo Sabre.
But isn't he the highest vote getter?
Wait, it wasn't? No. Wait, was he?
Yeah, I believe he was.
I thought they fucking just put him on.
I know it was a Buffalo guy who was the highest vote getter in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
Sabres,
votes for All-Star game. Yeah, I think.
Zegmis Gregor.
How did he fucking get all those fucking votes?
Zimgus,
really? Like, you could see two stupider Americans trying to pronounce it laughing.
You guys sound like you both are having a stroke together.
Yeah, here we go.
Ginsons.
I'll be honest with you, I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Just said the first time they talk about terrorists, and now no one mentions my name. By the way, Matt.
Don't worry, I'm calling you next, douchebag. Yeah. Listen to this.
I've never heard of this guy.
How the fuck did he get all this? Like, how did he beat like Sidney Crosby? You know,
Zimkus Gergensons.
All right, let's hear that say Lafayette because they made a rap video. You want to hear it? This is kind of stuff that makes Jake
very much so.
This is the kind of stuff that makes Jake Link like laugh his ass. I can hear Jake when I play this. Here we go.
Vai, tu esi gatavs? 1,5 miljoni balvu. Samus Giggins, paceļ Latviju mazliet uz augšu. Samus Giggins, kurš ir tās, kuram ir daudz naudas? Samus Giggins.
Zambis Gigginsons. That's probably like the proper way to say it.
Sure.
And not.
Is that how it? Because you know what? I kept on seeing him come up. I'm like, this guy's got to be good because it's him and all the Blackhawks. I'm like, I've never heard of this guy.
No, I never heard of the guy either. He doesn't even have, what does he have? Like 12 goals, Jeff?
Yeah, something like that. Like 12 goals, 20 assists. All
right, let me finish the rest of this stupid video. It's more than halfway over.
You know what? Next year, if our show starts to grow in popularity, I want my name put on the All-Star ballot.
Why not?
I take that back. He's got 11 goals and 9 assists. He's got a total of 20
like
points.
There over PK Subban, Henrik Lundqvist, and a host of other guys that we'll get into. Of this Giggins songs. Where do we Jake with this? I'm gonna play this. I can't play this in Shop at the Point because I'll make no money this week. But here we go. Es esmu tik tīrs, es esmu tik balts, es esmu tik brīvs, es esmu tik jauns. Es ienāku klubā un nometu naudu. Tā kā Samus Giggins, apsēžos.
I was grooving, dude.
That was pretty cool. Want to get you? Would you groove for us again if I put you back on camera?
Hell yeah, I'll groove for you. Put that thing back on.
Oh, I gotta get you back on. Here we go. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, baby.
With time, we're gonna both boogie.
Divānā kājas uz galda, priekšā kāds ir vai nav pilnīgi vienalga. Es izēju cauri, paceļu un šauju, tā kā Samus Giggins. Tu ieraudzīji mani, stāv pretī tev mazā, tev patīk manas dziesmas, tu gribi man blakām, tu nāc pie manis, bet es eju tev garām, tā kā Samus Giggins.
I won't lie, the guy looked like you when you came back to Jersey in your fucking sweatshirt and stuff. You're fucking
Oh,
the guy
my
that's
tracksuit.
rapping. You had that fucking Adidas sweatsuit on.
I have an Adidas. No, it's not. It's a tracksuit, and I have no shame in wearing a tracksuit.
Looking European in Jersey.
I don't think it. I don't know. I always thought it looked cool even in Jersey, and then I also wore them during the Corn and Limp Bizkit days. So I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. So I didn't think it was that bad. I am unabashedly. Look, if you're ever gonna have a big man club, and add a shot from the point, and maybe start hockey hooliganism in America, which is what I'm encouraging. No, I'm not.
I would love to. Oh my god, I've been wanting to start that for a while.
Really? Just fight for the sake of fight? No, you don't want to do that because they're all fucked up. But I mean, yeah, that would be great. Hooliganism. But no, I wouldn't. I'd want to start a men's rights movement, I guess. But we all wear tracksuits and leather jackets and
What, the Italian American Club? That's what it sounds like you're starting.
Really? Well, they don't wear tracksuits anymore, do they?
Oh yes, they do.
They do? Still?
Oh yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I think it's cool, and I make no apologies for it. And you were laughing at me. I remember we were at pub in JJ Binnings, and you're like, "What are we going to start a soccer riot?" And then you're like, yeah, by the end of the night, we're all drinking and shit, except you because you don't drink, but we still had fun. And you're like, that looks really comfortable.
It did. It did.
Yeah.
I want to
And it
snuggle
looked
up
cool,
to you.
too, 'cause, that one's a year and a half old. I got that one for my 37th birthday, right? You bought me that tracksuit, right? That was a really good one I have. I have a bunch of shitty ones too. Yeah, I think tracksuits are cool, and I make no apologies. I wear the fucking a Yankee shirt with the same type of blue tracksuit. I'm sorry. I think it's cool, and you know what? I make no apologies for it. It's got, you know what it is. I did it before, and everybody goofed at me, and I came to Europe, and nobody noticed. That's pretty much what happened.
Dave Rose just called it commie rap. And he said, any FYI, any country east of Berlin is a Soviet
it's probably
commie.
going to take some bandwidth up, but we have a Latvian listener, and we've had a Latvian listener for well over a year. Well, I'm almost 2 years. Well over a year. He's actually even put me in some of his videos when I actually made a small speech about the crash, the Russian airplane crash for Yaroslav Lokomotiv. He actually used me in his video, which I was sort of kind of honored. And there's a bunch of fucking video games from the 80s in it. But he actually translated the song. I mean, you guys want to hear it or what? Yeah. Sam is gigging song. I gotta get this shit up here. Hold on a second. Give me a second. This might even slow down my computer. Might get a few pops. But I honestly think this is working because the guy actually, I even asked him to call in. And he was really upset. He's like, "Hey, look, my English is not that great." And I'm like, "No, dude. You must call in." And yeah, we're probably gonna make fun of you, but we're not gonna be ridiculous. We'd love to have we'd absolutely love to have a.
We have a Muslim terrorist from French Canada that doesn't know how to speak French. So
why can't you find? So he told me, he wrote me on the site. He goes, it's funnier in Latvian. Right? I was like, God, please translate it. And he's like, I can't translate it. Okay. All right, here he goes. Okay, I'm going to try. Here's a translation of what we just heard. 1.5 million votes in the All-Star game. Sam is gigging songs. He's rising in Latvia up. Sam and gigging songs. He has a lot of money. Sam and gigging songs. We all say his name. Sam and gigging songs. I am so clean. I am so white. I am so. Oh wow! I didn't even notice that. I am so white. I am so free. I am so young. To go club dropping money like Sam and gigs and songs. Sit down on a couch, legs on a table in front of me. I do not give a damn. I don't go through and pick up a handful of beer like Sam and gigging songs. You like my songs. You want to be next to me, but I ignore you like Sam and gigging songs.
The song's starting to not make sense. They're just
well, he's doing the best he can. But I mean, I get the drift.
I'm not saying
like
him.
Sam and gigging songs such a badass. I see the most beautiful girl in the club, and I hear Your Destiny, and she says I'm not popular like Sam and gigging songs.
If a girl in the club saw him, he'd be like some little fucking European guy. trying to hit on me.
Well, this kid, no, but what he's trying to, he told me the thing was stupid, right? Which I pretty much could have figured out, even though I don't speak a word of Latvian. I'm absolutely sure it was stupid, but he actually translated. And big shout out, I'll give him a shout out. Smokey SK. Hey.
Dave Rose translation. Follower a great leader. Food lines are normal. Ladies are good vehicles.
Dave Rose on
Samuel's
fire
Giga son. I think Dave Rose is gunning for my job.
Dave Rose is winning. But a big shout out to Smokey SK. He's been listening to me a long time. He's even made a video about me, which is like a bug out. I think he's the guy.
It's a terrorist. It's a Eastern European terrorist training
Latvia,
video.
You stupid. They're Christian. You big dummy. But he listens to a lot of these shows, and I gotta be honest with you. I'm a very emotional person right now. A friend of mine just passed away. Nothing makes me happier when I find out that Eastern Europeans or South Americans are fuck. I mean, I am. I'm an emotional fucking mess right now, guys. Fuck. But I do appreciate it, and that's sincere, and I mean that. Sam and Gigan songs, if I said that right. And I hope you call in. Let's call fucking. What do you think? We should call. Matt Kazar. Don't you think?
Yes.
He probably won't put his fucking video up. You watch.
Matty Isis or the Fresh Prince of Beirut.
Speaking of terrorism.
You guys are fucking terrible. He's about the most decent kid I know.
Yeah.
He's got a good sense of humor for somebody.
That's how they get you. It's gonna be like this. Yes, it wasn't so funny now when he starts speaking in his real accent.
There he is. Ah, that poor kid. That poor Turkish kid. How do you deal with this, Kazar?
Oh, I'm emotionally depressed. I locked myself in my room. I turned all the lights off.
Yeah.
I spent 7 hours in the fetal position listening to Mozart's Requiem.
Oh, because Sidney Crosby sniped your ass?
No, yeah. I mean, who's this Salmon Gergensons?
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
He's better than
Zemgus Jurgensen.
I'll tell you who he is. He's more popular than PK Subban.
This is a guy that gets called gay because he loves PK Subban. And
when I saw that, I just saw it was like, oh god, there's a little sad boy.
You know what would be really funny? You know what would be funny, Kazar? If she didn't say to you like, "Hey, what are you, a gay homosexual?" and she said to you, "I was like, the guy didn't even make the All-Star team."
Yeah.
Were you gonna talk about Toronto, or do you want to change your subject?
Yeah. Or wait. Did you just like look at a poster on your wall and go, "You're still my All-Star"?
Look at him. He's leaving. He's leaving. All right, you know what? I give you permission to change your subject. Well, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna end up agreeing with you, Kazar. I think it's ridiculous that we don't have one of those high-profile, energetic. He's still a damn good hockey player. He had one of the best goals of the year. How is this guy not in the? And Sam and Gigan songs is on there, and apparently,
according to the Jurgensen song, Jurgensen is very white.
Yeah, he's white. That's another thing. He's light. He's white.
Salmon Giga
He's
son.
white like me, so he gets the bitches. You know, I mean,
Who
what the fuck?
cares about whiteness? Like, I'm probably whiter than him and I'm Arabic. I mean, Subban should be there automatically. He's Subban. It's Subban. He should be there. I've never heard of this guy. He has 9 goals. 9 goals.
11.
9. 11.
He's got 11
Huffman,
goals.
does he have 9 or 11?
He's got 11.
9/11. Who cares? The point is
9/11. Exactly, Kazar. You gonna blow up the place? Is that a hint?
Yeah. Throwing shit around.
Yeah, I want to know. Were you in France by any chance?
Poor fucking Matt Kazar. All right, stop that. That's serious, man. You can't do that. Oh, this is too funny. I'm putting a halt in my own train. All right, listen. I want you to rant. I want you to tell me how you feel, Kazar. The floor is yours. And you know what? I'm probably gonna end up agreeing with you because this is bullshit. Serious.
I think it is too.
Bullshit. And look, you got a Blues fan, a Rangers fan, a Devils fan. We think this shit's bullshit, and we all hate the French. So go ahead.
Okay, well, the truth is that it's the people that vote. It's like you and me, like random ass people.
Mm-hmm.
And the truth is that not everyone likes PK. I swear to God, every arena he goes in, he gets booed. I mean, they're not going to vote for him
when you're good.
booed.
You know what? Jeff's right. It happens when you're good. I mean, look, there's holes in
People hate
PK's
Sidney
game.
Crosby.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's another thing too. But here's the thing.
Yeah, well, Crosby's balls are made of pussy.
You know what bothers me about the whole PK thing? It's just he's such like a decent human being. He takes that racial shit and he rolls it off his shoulder, and he doesn't give a fuck. And his brothers and his family are like that too. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm in love with the guy myself. I've been in love with him since day one. I think he's fucking fantastic.
Say I'm the gay one.
Oh, fuck off.
At least he doesn't go on a date. You know who I love? A big black hockey player. What are you into?
Thanks. Jake saved me because he saved his job because everybody's funnier than him tonight. But
Yeah.
I'm not
seriously,
yelled at my wife for goofing on
like,
Jake.
People are going to argue
Mhm.
he's not having his best season.
No.
He's getting paid $9 million for nothing. Blah, 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 blah.
Fucking Alex
Yeah.
Simmons paid $7 million to do fucking bum shit.
Well, they take half of it away in fucking Quebec. Feel better, Jeff?
Yeah, it's literally half, by the
It's
way.
literally half. He's not even.
He
He
gets
does
paid
not make that much money.
4.5 or something. Yeah.
But with the type of superstar that PK Subban is,
The things he can bring.
It's like
Like,
3
that
points.
guy's hilarious.
he's good with kids. I mean, he's just like
Yeah.
I'd like to see him in a skills competition.
it's a damn
It'd be
shame.
fun.
So the Latvians stuff the ballot, and we lose one of our best superstars. And let's not forget. I mean, look, I'm not crying about it because and he's probably going to get in because Jimmy Howard got hurt. What about fucking Henrik Lundqvist?
I thought that was a little weird too. I mean, he's been hot
Nobody's
lately.
even talking about it. Nobody's even talking about this shit. What about Henrik Lundqvist?
You guys still
Well,
think
he might be playing now because Howard's out.
He's probably going to get he's going to get the nod. Believe me.
Yeah,
I saw that.
doing
either
he
him
did
or
his
Fleury.
best Marion Hossa impression.
Fleury? You think Fleury? Well,
having,
he's
like,
like
a
10th
record.
overall in GAA, but I don't know. I don't know. I just like I think it's bizarre, and I have a solution to the fucking problem, guys. And I know you're not gonna like this, but they used to do this in Major League Baseball. Let's take look. The internet's changed things. Let's take the voting out of the fans' hands. Let's let the players.
Thank
vote.
you.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
they're still
yeah.
doing it in Major League Baseball. The fans
Yeah,
still
fans still voting.
No,
Base-
but they didn't when my dad was a kid. And
Oh.
look, it's a different game, and you can't play the All-Star game in hockey real hard. I get that. All right, the skills competition's where it's at. That's what I'm telling Andy. I'm like, we're gonna really enjoy ourselves in 2 weeks because the skills competition is just the greatest shit ever. The game sucks, and it sucks because
I watched the
context.
game.
I always watch it too, but I mean, it's almost as bad as the NFL All-Star game. You know,
It's a step above it.
it's slight, not even much.
Very like a half. A
The
step
only
above
good
it.
one they ever had was in '94, is when they increased the money and they started hitting in that game. If you ever want to watch one good All-Star game, watch the one in Madison Square Garden in 1994. Because
Of course, '94 Madison Square Garden, the best year ever. In the
no,
history
I got to
of-
be honest with you. Those guys fucking ran at each other because they increased the amount of money that was on the line for the winner. And
Mike Richter got a car.
Actually, that's the one funny thing Greg Wyshynski said this week. He says the All-Star game is the skills competition and a bunch of guys fighting a hangover to win a car the next day. You know, and he's absolutely correct. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
I tell you something, Matt. The only thing I really can say is hope somebody gets hurt like Howard, because it's a damn shame that one of our top stars, and I consider PK a top star, and there's guys that have had bad seasons like, I don't know, Marilyn Lemieux and Wayne Gretzky that have still made the All-Star game because of their name, but I think it's probably because he's a polarizing player and he gets booed in a lot of places, which honestly that puts him up on the Shot from the Point book I like guys that get booed, except Matt Cook. You know, so I think that's the best you can hope for, Matt Kazar. By the way, this has been
mumps.
Mecca Matt Kazar's. You hope somebody gets mumps. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
This has been Mecca Max Kazar's report.
Yeah, this is just a cesspool of mumps getting together. That's all the All-Star game is.
Yeah, Tommy.
Yeah, sure.
By the way, Dave said I should show you this.
What? Not your penis.
Do you see in the top corner?
Oh yeah.
Above my door.
Well, you're Catholic like me, right?
Yeah. He just said I should show you it to prove it.
Well,
it's a front.
Look, Dave wants to talk to me after the show. He's not going to lecture me for goofing on you for being Arabic, or is he?
Oh no, it's like a joke.
Okay, I know you're Catholic. I know you went with all the guilty bullshit that I did. It's just you don't look it, and it's funny. Have you seen Matt, baby?
No.
The Tuck. Does he look like the Turk down the street or what?
He reminds me of somebody.
He reminds me of Matt, but I mean, who does he remind you of? He looks. You see that? He spells his name with a C, but that's a K. Over here, that's a K. Yeah, because
what did she say?
Yeah, it probably means king, actually, which is interesting because a friend of mine.
In Arabic, it actually means broken.
Are you kidding me? It means broken in Arabic.
Like I'm broken. Haha. Get it?
You're broken. That.
Well, it's funny,
do you come from a family that just runs around breaking shit? Because that's kind of cool, actually. You know?
Yeah. My heart's broken.
Your heart's. Oh God. I'm sorry, man.
That's why you play all these breakup songs. I'm all that in love, crying. Look, you probably have a PK Subban body pillow.
I have a fucking cold.
Yeah, I've been hugging it all morning. I've been wearing dark clothes because I'm emotionally depressed. I pissed myself. Like, I'm not doing good, guys.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I think it's bullshit because
I've been in my room all day.
Hey, look,
it reeks of Indian food in here.
Look, if you have to pick Alexander Ovechkin to be on the team. You're insane, Matt. You're great. He's got his jersey on. He's got his NHL logo. You look great, kid.
Can you see the back?
Yeah, there he is. yeah. I'm glad you had that. Well, you know, it's a goddamn shame that we don't have one of our stars. I mean, I think, are we all in agreement on this? This is bullshit, Blues fan?
Of course.
Bullshit. Dave or Jeff?
Baby back bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's bullshit. He should be there.
He should be
there. Like Jason Falk for the Carolina Hurricanes made it.
I will say this. Do you remember your first phone call to me, Matt?
What?
You know what?
Do you remember your first phone call to me in August?
Yeah.
And you remember what I said? The one thing you have to watch is your season going, because when you make that money, sometimes guys slow down. That was the first. This is the first time we talked together, correct? And that was the same time Frenchie Ben called as well. Like,
yeah. By the way, that first time I called, I said I was French, and you told me, like, you said your wife spoke French, and you asked me to have a conversation with her.
Yeah.
But like my French was so shitty, I didn't know what to say. So if you go back and listen to it,
I do remember that. I remember Matt said the first time
it's awkward for 5 minutes.
She's right here. Matt said the first time that he called, I asked you to have a conversation with him in French. Yeah, you remember, right? And he said he like froze. His French got so shitty that he didn't remember anything.
I'm glad that's up mine.
You know what? She felt the same exact way because she froze like a roach. She froze too. She got all German. Am I speaking the right way? Am I not? I must speak French perfectly or not at all.
Yeah, it'll be funny if Matt just said, "Nah, I don't know what she's saying. She's doing it all wrong. She must be speaking a different French."
Hey, listen, that was a beautiful report, Mr. Macazar. I might even add it to our legendary moments. Thanks, brother.
Okay, it's an honor.
Yeah, well, no, it's an honor to have you. You're a fucking great guy, and we love you to death. All right, we'll see you soon, brother.
All right, go clean yourself up, okay?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Take care, brother. The great. No, I don't want to remove him from contacts. The great Macazar. I love him. He's a great guy, huh? What a fucking.
I like him.
What an add-on we had, huh? What a great team we have. Dave Rose, Dead on Dave, Jake Link, and Jeff, who actually brought this show to another level just by fucking sitting there.
Yeah, with his abs.
With his abs? Where's his
pretty much
abs?
the same thing I did my senior year of high school when I played hockey. Just
Here
sat there.
I got your abs up there.
I didn't have those.
I have your picture on my desktop.
But
like
you know what, Jeff? It doesn't matter. You're on the first line here.
718-395-7660. You can call us anytime live. I still have to piss like a fucking racehorse. But call us live. I've been drinking like a fucking... I got to be honest with you guys. I'm in a lot of pain right now. And I'm drinking, and...
It's going to be a fun show.
Yeah, it sure is. What do you got in the grab bag, man? Mr. Jeff Huffman.
See Mikey Yao doing his best impression of me when he flipped out on the team this week?
Who? What? Oh.
Coach of the Wild. He did his best impression
Mike.
of me.
Oh, I do. I think I have that video, too. It was fucking great. Oh, yeah, I got it right here. Here we go. Let's go to... yeah, I got it. Here we go. Boom.
Hang our heads, but we're not where we're supposed to be. That's a loser's attitude. Hang your head and make excuses.
Attitude.
It's a loser's attitude. You point fingers. Where do you dig it and work? Practice like this.
Fuck, you missed the beat.
Wake the up. Bullshit. Guys not ready to go? What, you think we don't need practice?
You think we don't need practice?
No, the Wild definitely need the practice. They're a fucking joke this year.
We really should make this shout out too. Was it JP Parise, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zach
JP
Parise.
Parise passed away.
Not a good week for Minnesota hockey.
No, it really hasn't.
It's been a
and
good
JP
year for
Parise,
them.
of course, a great New York Islander, a great rival to the New York Rangers. Stanley Cup winner, correct, Jake?
I think he did win it with the Islanders and
early on.
one of
the end of his career. It was the end of his career. So Zach must be the youngest, man, because he's younger than me.
No, Zach is he's not the youngest because he has a brother in the Devils system.
Oh no shit. Oh.
Yeah.
Boy, the Parise. Well, they're acting like Italians. I don't care.
Hey, yo, I'm in my dad's business.
I don't care. I'm in the business. I'm 70 years old. I'm gonna pop this bitch. You know. I don't know.
That's right. It's either hockey or we run the pizza place.
We pocket or the pizza place. Zach, wait, I don't want to get away. Stop laughing. I don't want to get away from it. Zach Parise, a great New York Islander. I think he played for the North Stars as well. Real sad stuff. It's just a lot of sad shit going on.
Dave Rose just said that's the attitude of a proper coach, and I agree with him 100%.
I agree with
him
too.
If they're trying to, whoever took that video and they're trying to say, oh, he shouldn't be talking like this. These guys are paid millions upon millions of dollars to play a game. They can talk to him however they want. They can say every racial slur, every single derogatory slur towards them, because these guys are being paid all that money.
My dad, I remember when Losing the Edge came out. It was about the New York Rangers from 1993 to 1995. And there was a scene in there. I think it was Losing the Edge. It was Losing the Edge. And it's about when Eddie Olczyk was begging to be on the team. They had gotten rid of some longtime Rangers like Darren Turcotte, and Mike Gardner immediately went in the doghouse with Mike Keenan. And he went in there and said, hey, coach, I was like, I know you're down on me right now, but I'm going to prove you wrong and what have you. And then he did this big speech to Mike Keenan. Mike Keenan looked at him and he goes, where'd you get those shoes? Yeah, man. And I took to my dad. I was like, do you believe that? Do you believe that? That's horrible. And because I liked Eddie. I liked Eddie when he was a Ranger, And actually, in a roundabout way, he was a big part of the Stanley Cup win. I mean, he was like Rudy. He never... He actually played in the game, one of the biggest losses in Devils history, Game 6, when Mark Messi's prediction, he's actually played in that game. My dad said to me? No. He goes, that guy's a pussy. And no, he didn't say that, but my dad has way more class than that. But no, but he says, no, he said what you said, Jake. Like, these guys make millions. It's like, you don't have a right to play. Eddie, it's like, but I was like, Eddie's a good guy. I was trying to explain to him, what a great guy Eddie Olczyk was. And he's like, it doesn't matter. That's what the coach wants. And hats off to Eddie for doing what he had to do. But you know what? Suck it up and move on, And what you said, with the racial slurs and stuff, I don't know if I go for that. But I remember one time when somebody told me, you ever see, what's the movie when they said, the Arlie Army is in it. The one basic training scene for the Marines in that movie. What the fuck? That Vietnam movie. I can't fucking remember the name of it.
Full Metal Jacket?
Yes, thank you. You remember when he calls that black guy Snowball, which is kind of fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, you know, somebody said this to me years later, and I still think it's kind of fucked up. I don't know if that should be on the table for drill sergeants. But somebody said to me, a black guy said to me, and when I was in the military, and he said this to me, he goes, well, if you can't handle being called Snowball, what makes you think he's going to be able to handle combat?
Yeah.
And that's what they were trying to raise. They're trying to raise combat. Now, I mean, I'm sure that doesn't apply literally to hockey players, but it definitely applies figuratively to hockey players. And I don't really give a shit that he cursed at these guys. He didn't use any racial slurs. He said, wake the fuck up. Who the fuck do you think you are? Bunch of gambling fools? Bannock. You know? What are you crying about? Your
Bannock's defense,
dad?
he's got about 16 bookies on his ass, so.
Yeah.
Crying about your dead dad, Parise? I don't know if that'd be right, but... Your dad would be ashamed of you right now for being such a pussy, not making the playoffs.
Disgracing Minnesota hockey.
I mean, it sounded like you were trying to do a Bret Hart there.
Yeah, probably. I'm trying to do Joe Cronin. So I mean, yeah. Call me fucking all the names you like. But yeah, that's how I feel about that. I no. Yeah, you know what it is, and it's like Dave wrote. It's like Dave Dead on Dave said, like. He's the team's struggling. They're a damn good team on paper, and he's doing what he has to do. And he's probably a dead man walking, and he's desperate. So he's like, fuck. He said fuck so hard the beat missed it. The beat missed it. Think about that. I mean, shit. Listen to this. Well, here we go. Let me get halfway through.
Like this.
It beeps for before. That's the funny part.
I honestly, when you play that, I'm just hearing takes. I'm just picturing somebody saying, "Take 69. It'll be hilarious."
I don't have that one fucking loaded.
Just listen to like the sound quality of each one.
Before I pee my pants, because
you know what? I go to commercial, or Jeff and I could take it.
I don't have any commercials loaded. That's the fucking problem.
Jeff and I could take it. Jeff, let's go to something.
You want to do it?
Yeah,
you know what?
Let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, we can run through a few things.
That's right.
Really
Here you go. Do the news
too,
right now. If you fuck it up, I'm gonna yell at you tomorrow when I watch it. Here you go. Here you go.
Okay. Well, I got to piss too, so.
All right.
Let's see. Where do we want to go here? Jake, what do you think about the clusterfuck that's going on in Toronto, firing Ren Carlisle and Phil Kessel, and Phil Kessel being a douchebag?
I think all of Toronto is just one. I think that's exactly what it is. It's just one big clusterfuck, and quite frankly, I don't think anybody can. There's no way to go about it. Firing Randy Carlisle is, it had to be done, and
because he obviously wasn't getting through to the players. And I don't think anybody can get through to Phil Kessel.
Yeah, but it's funny. Over here, it's just obviously, like, you probably see it on all like the message boards with the Blues. Anytime that a job opens up, always your old coach is gonna go get a job there. People were saying Pete DeBoer was gonna go there, which would probably be the worst thing to happen to that. I don't think it could get any more worse. But it would probably be like one of the worst things to happen over there. And but I think honestly, Toronto, they were trying to do this whole movement. And last time I checked, I don't know if you have the stats. Do you have the stats for where they're at right now?
In the Eastern Conference, they're 10th.
They're 10th. Okay, so they're
tied for ninth. They're tied for ninth with the Panthers. The Panthers are in ninth. Jesus, I didn't realize they were doing that well.
They've been playing really, really hard lately. They've been, the thing about the Panthers, they got some good young talent, and they got a great goalie.
Yeah.
So they could.
No one's there to see it.
Yeah, that's the thing. But now the Snowbirds are coming back, so everyone from up north going down to Florida. So maybe they're gonna start selling tickets that way.
Maybe.
But that's just Florida. Shit. What else you got?
Let's see. Phil Kessel's a douchebag. The Sharks
what else?
got Joe Thornton back. They really needed him because they got absolutely raped by the Blues the last 2 times they played them.
Oh yeah. Guess who else got raped by the Blues? This guy. FanDuel,
Explain
baby.
that.
I got
FanDuel.
Yeah, FanDuel. I got the Blues. I forget who they were playing the other night when Backus. I think it was the Backus
Arizona.
had 4 goals.
Yeah, Arizona.
I had Backus when he got his 4 goals.
Yeah.
I had TJ Oshie when he got 3 assists.
Mm-hmm.
So all right, I figure it's a fluke. You know, I do the lineup optimizer just to see who I should go with, but I never ever go with it because half of everyone else does the lineup optimizer. So I'm like, all right, whatever. They can't be that hot. So I do my lineup. I'm gonna gut them into money, and then the Blues game starts, and then I just watch the money that I had that I was winning
just quickly disintegrate.
I think as I was saying, I'm up $15.
Yeah.
I'm up 10, 6,
7,
5, 2, 1. I
And
owe
you're
that
out.
money. Yeah, and I'm out. And I'm done. All because of the Blues.
All because of the Blues. Well, we all fucking made fun of Jeff. If anybody wants to have a really good time, check out our draft. It's one of our specials, and you can see how wrong I am absolutely about everything, which I'm usually... I mean, Jake, am I usually right about hockey stuff for the most part?
For the most part.
For the most part, I am. But if you really want to get a kick about it being wrong about absolutely everything that comes out of my mouth, listen to the Shot from the Point half-an-hour draft special, which was... it's really funny for me to watch now. And then Joe Cronin has a super spectacular performance in that. So if you ever need a laugh, check that out.
Yeah, how's your team look now compared to when it started?
You know what the funny thing is in that video I keep thinking of? What do you think of this draft? Matt Duchene.
Yeah, guess who's got him now?
There you go. There's my answer to your question. I don't know, man. I mean, I kicked ass last year, and I guess I was overconfident.
You're like, oh yeah, I'll just draft whoever I want. I don't care. I'll make it work. They'll play for me.
Seems like everybody's playing for
They'll
Troy.
play for me. What else you got, Jeff?
I was talking to Jacob. What do you think about the clusterfuck in Toronto?
Well, that's actually what Matt was supposed to do, but he had his feelings hurt so bad, and I would too if I fucking lost a girl over it. You know. But
Mike Milbury calling Phil Kessel a pain in the ass.
That he is.
Oh, he did. No, I didn't hear that. I heard he said.
You didn't hear that?
No. How did I miss that? Tell me the story.
Mike Milbury was talking about the clusterfuck in Toronto, and he called.
Yeah. I heard
Kessel.
that part. I played that part one in the Crease episodes for sure.
Yeah, called Kessel a pain in the ass, which he is.
I guess he is. I mean, the rumor is I was watching TSN this afternoon, and the rumor is that his sort of egotism is just spread throughout the locker room. And I got to be honest with you, I believe that probably is more than likely true. Now, him calling that guy an idiot early in the week, I completely support because it's like Harrison Mooney says. I wonder if I still have that friggin' tweet available. I don't think I do. I think I may have deleted it. But he basically said, like he said he never understood going up to a guy and saying, "Hey, people say you're an asshole. Do you think you're an asshole?" And the guy and Kessel called him an idiot. And I fully support that because it was just a stupid thing to say. I mean, why don't you just come out and say it? You know, I think you're a jerk off. Here's the thing though, Phil Kessel might be a jerk off, and that might be the God's honest truth. And I think his egotism may have spread to the locker room. He's really streaky. He's not like he's tearing the world on fire, but unfortunately, he's the Leafs' best player. And I think if he was, like I heard one of the guys in TSN say, if he was the Leafs' third best player, he'd be gone. He'd be gone. They're going with the new movement, and
they're a borderline playoff team right now, and they're gonna need him if they have any chance.
And that's the only reason he's not gone. And I don't think that says much for Phil Kessel. I'm like Don Cherry. I'm players guys first. I tend to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'm not terribly impressed with what's going on over there. Dave Rose has said this is a locker room problem. He's closer to the problem than we are.
Getting into the analytics bullshit again. It's a completely different sport than baseball.
And then you have
so
a fucking
much more unpredictable.
analytics issue. Well, they can always get around it. It was luck that they lost. You know, that's what the analytics guys seem to do, and most poker players I know. It's luck. Our stats work, even though we have no fucking. We're not going to know that. You know what my dad said to me the other day? We are not going to know analytics work in hockey for another 10 to 15 years, and that actually makes sense.
You know what it is? Everybody's going to go to analytics, so analytics is going to be the only way. So it's going to work if everybody's doing it.
Yeah. Well, no, it'll actually change the thing. It's like if somebody everybody starts playing the same style as Phil Ivey in poker, then everybody's got an edge. The edge is gone, you know. So it's not going to really matter. I still believe to this day that hockey has a lot more to do with diversity than it does anything on the stats. Stats help, and stats can help you make decisions, but diversity is what's going to make it happen. And I believe. One of the most diverse teams in the NHL, and me and Dave have talked this offline ad nauseum, is the St. Louis Blues. They're the most diverse team in the league, and they even have a traditional, and I'm not saying that just because Jeff's here. I really believe that. I'd say that they even have a traditional goon or enforcer in Reeves who can play a little. And I believe the St. Louis Blues...
They also got Max Lapierre and Steve Ott, too.
Exactly. I think I think the Blues have the... And see, they have Steve Ott as well. They're a fucking mean, nasty team that has a lot of high skill level with a lot of marquee players. What makes you think they can't make it? I mean, provided they don't have a typical collapse to a team that they play down to in the playoffs.
Even though he did score last night.
The Blues. It's the Blues. The Blues is the team that's to look out for. And I believe in the Blues, and I believe we're going to be talking about them in late May, early June. I believe that, and if the shot from the point, like I wouldn't say
shot from the point lore,
little shot from the Lloyd Glore. I mean, every time we add somebody new, they go. And I gotta be honest with you, I've watched a shit ton of Blues games this year, probably because Jeff came on. I probably wouldn't have watched as many, but they're a fun team to watch, and they're mean. They got the West Coast skill.
You should have seen the game that they played last night. Backus was throwing his fucking body all over the place.
They're a mean, dirty, filthy, winning hockey team. And they could beat the Chicago Blackhawks. It would go 7 or 6. They could beat the Los Angeles Kings. As long as they don't, lose focus. And it is going to depend on what kind of leader David Backus is. Do you like my Backus video?
I think this is also a benefit of keeping Brodeur on the roster too.
Oh God, can you imagine that if one of that bastard got killed and we're not killed? Oh, whoops, I don't know. I'm in a bad place. If that one of those bastards fucking got hurt, and then Martin Brodeur comes out in the Stanley Cup final, the place will go insane. Oh, totally. Everybody's gonna be rooting for.
I'd be happy. You know what? The one thing I'm not liking is people. One more cup for Marty. They're like talking like he's like.
No, not at this
like
stage. You're not gonna get that, Jake. You're gonna get oh my God, this legend's gonna do it one more damn time.
I know, but they're saying it like they're talking about. They're talking about him like he's like Ray Bork or something.
No, it's not. It's not because Bork beat the Devils in a situation where it was a great player and we were afraid he wasn't going to get Stanley Cup. No, man, no. It would be an awesome moment if God forbid. But look at Elliott, and I remember Jeff saying this in our draft moment. I know who I'm getting, and we were all laughing at him because he took Elliott. This. You even said
I know we played like dog shit last night, but let's.
Oh boy,
he just came back, so I don't give a crap.
Jake
he's
Allen
still one of the best goalies in the league.
And I just want to see where Elliott's at.
Well, actually, the interesting thing is there were so many better goalies like Pecorine. That was the words out of Jake's mouth, if you remember.
Yeah, I have him too.
Yeah. Oh Jesus. And Pecorine.
I gotta get a new goalie. I have Howard.
And this guy Hutchinson's killing it. And the Calgary looks like the team of the future.
Welcome, Dead on Dave.
We may not have had as many, at this point in the season, we may have not had as many, killer storylines, I don't know, the Mumps, which gave me, my most money on any shot from the point episode. But we
Elliott's number 46 in fantasy.
Thanks. This very open league. We have a very open league right now, and I think there's a lot more stories to tell. What about the New York Rangers? They're hot as hell.
Yeah, I was going to get to that.
Lundqvist-
I
Henrik
was going
Lundqvist,
to get to that.
Okay,
They
get
have
to it right
won
now.
5 in a row, I believe. Yeah,
Look
5.
at Jake's face. He doesn't want to hear it, but go ahead.
Henrik
They've won-
Lundqvist, the first goalie in NHL history to reach 10 consecutive seasons to reach 20 wins.
That's amazing for a team that
Oh.
doesn't have a sniff at a cup most of the time, and didn't make the playoffs the first couple of years he was in there. Also, Henrik Lundqvist, as of 10 years ago, has the most shutouts. All right, but go ahead with the Rangers.
He doesn't
Go
have
ahead.
the most career. So
No, he
No,
won't have
no,
this.
Rangers have won 5 in a row, and they've won 9 of their last 10.
9 of the last 10, and they look at they're and Dave Dead on Dave said they're a scary hockey team to play against, just very simply because of their speed, and I guess a little bit of their reputation of last season for going to the final and nobody saw it. But I got to be honest with you, and Leigh Vigneault has done the impossible twice. He's changed his team from being a highly defensive Tortorella team, has lost some of his lineup, and lost even more of it after the Stanley Cup final, like Strawman, key players like Strawman and Callahan and Boyle. And
I kind of I know we were giving him a hard time. Think about it. Like if you played
he's really
the
done
Stanley
fantastic.
Cup Finals episode,
Yeah.
we were ripping on Alain
We're
Vigneault.
goofing on him. We're
But
goofing on him.
you know it's fun. Like you think about it, like what he did when he was in Vancouver.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with that team. I mean, you had a team with 2 great players and a great goalie.
Sure.
But like always in it, had him in his Cup Finals. You know.
He also took.
You gotta think about it. The Rangers made out great with getting that coach.
Yeah, they
that was a
really
great
did.
move.
And we goofed on him like everybody's going to get ice cream.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't think he's that. I think he's not like Tortorella, but he's not like this wimpy pussy players coach. He may be a players coach, but he's not the pussy boy that we made him out to be. He's certainly not a pussy boy. And you know what? I'm just like always a believer. Like if you're going to be a players coach, be a players coach. And I think that's a mistake that McLean made in Ottawa. I think he came in as a player and left as a tough guy. I think however Alain Vigneault came in, he stayed that way. They trust in him. They believe in him. And that's one of the reasons Tortorella had to go, because the players lost faith in him. And they brought in Alain Vigneault. They had a horrible – I mean, they were talking last night. I was watching the Sharks game last night, and they're talking about like Tomas Hertler scoring 4 goals, ending Marty Biron's career, and how that was like a huge defining moment for him as a rookie. And it's too bad he got hurt most of last season. But the Rangers recovered from that, and they went to the Stanley Cup final. So they are a dangerous team in the East, very simply for 2 reasons. You never know what Pittsburgh's going to do in the playoffs. Mostly they're going to choke. And Boston is not what they were. So the Rangers are a very dangerous team. Are they as good as the West? No.
Speaking of the West,
they've been doing good out west.
Yeah.
Sorry, speaking of the West,
we just went on California. We beat all 3 California teams. All 3 California teams. 2 of them are top notch, except for the Kings lately, and one of them is pretty damn good and tries hard every night, being in the Sharks. So
guess who? You know who's in the lead for the President's Trophy at this very moment?
Who's this?
That would be the Nashville Predators.
Those douchebags in Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the NHL will hate that if they make it to a finals.
Lose their minds.
Oh,
imagine a Stanley. Hey, Florida's only they're 1 spot out of the playoff race.
Yes.
Think of the Stanley Cup final, Nashville and fucking Florida.
That would be great.
Actually, me and you would enjoy that.
Nashville, and like Carolina.
Well, you know what though? I mean, I don't think it's a bad thing in the world. I mean, it's a long-term thing too. Like if Nashville makes a deep run in the playoffs, which I don't think they will because they don't have the experience. I don't care.
I think they've peaked too early. I think they're going to kind of fade away.
I agree with that. And let's face it, the NHL is make.
That's what the Blues did last. That's what the Blues did last year. They they were great all year.
There's 82 games in the NHL. There probably should be 70, and it's all about make the tournament. Let's face it. I mean, look at the Rangers. I mean, look even the Devils. Like the Devils last year. I mean, they're a handful of shootouts away in from beating out the Rangers for that same spot.
Just get in.
You just get in. That's all you gotta do. You just gotta get in. You build your team now. I mean, it's like one big preseason, because the level of hockey goes up. I mean, who's going to tell me that like that series with the Kings and the Blackhawks last year? That's like one of the greatest athletic feats I've ever seen in my life in team sports. Forget hockey. That was amazing. The level of athleticism, the level of play. I mean, it was just like sick and twisted. It was so good. It was like it warmed my heart, you know. And it was tough. It was good hockey, but it's gotta that's why the playoffs are so important. You know, that's why like people are saying like, oh, the Kings are losing now. I gotta be honest. I'm not worried about the Kings.
No.
I'm worried about Boston.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I'm not worried about the Kings. I'm worried about Boston. I don't know why they're playing the way they are. What else you got in that grab bag? Because we fucking cut your news short real much.
No, you're good. You're good.
Talk about the Canadians. Talk about the Canadians because we got to talk about that.
Talk about the Canadians.
Team Canada, because that happened.
Team Canada, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, we know they won the gold medal, and I saw this the other night. That 7 million Canadians watched that game, the gold medal game.
How many people? Look, 20 million.
That's
people.
the whole country.
That's like 20 million, by the way.
It's like that.
Well, you know what the
That's
strange
like
thing
Dave Rose and Matt Kazar's family all together.
Did any of you actually watch the game? Because I actually couldn't sleep that night. I ended up watching the game that night. I really enjoyed it.
No, because I didn't even know what channel to look for.
Probably on the NHL network.
We got to teach you how to stream, brother.
I don't have the NHL network. That's the problem.
I don't that it wasn't on the NHL network. Hey, by the way, the NHL network is not airing the All-Star game, so I have to stream that shit illegally.
Who's airing that? Probably NBC, right?
Yeah, but here's the thing: I don't get that shit either because I'm in Germany.
You don't get it on the
NBC.
Well, the thing is, like, I watched the German Winter Classic yesterday, so I was wondering if maybe they would air it.
Yeah, I saw you expressing your displeasure for that.
Well,
yes,
it's not displeasure so much. Like they played it in a dome.
That defeats the doesn't that defeat the purpose?
Yes, but in Germany we don't care.
But it's like it's sort of good that they didn't play in a dome because yesterday was like ridiculously warm, and we're only like, oh Jesus, baby, how far are we from Dusseldorf? Like an hour and a half.
Dusseldorf. It sounds like some made up town from Lord of the Rings.
It is.
Yes. Welcome to Dusseldorf.
Dusseldorf, and like they, I bitched about it, and all these German hockey fans started like for the first time started attacking me like, it's just raining out here. What if we have rain? You know, and it was like because I'm not far from Dusseldorf.
We're all made of sugar and spice. You don't want us to get all melty.
They'll start yelling at me on Twitter. And, the rain would be a big problem because the NHL has not had to deal with rain, I don't think, yet.
They've had to, delay the game because of rain.
Oh, have they? Yeah, see, that ain't...
I think there was one year.
You gotta understand German culture, too. Like, there's no such thing as a fucking delay of anything.
Yeah.
It is happening or it is not. That's the way they do things.
But, last year, the Heritage Classic was played indoors.
That's ridiculous, too. I don't understand that. And why is it warm in Germany in fucking January? Well, today it was fucking windy-ass cold. It felt like Chicago today.
Dave said you were having apocalyptic weather over there.
Where?
Oh.
What part? It was fucking windy today, man. Me and my daughter I got a rollerblade for Christmas. We were doing the rollerblade thing today. And it was like a pain in the ass windy. I don't know. We're having apocalyptic fucking moments, like, I don't know, like 5 miles from 5 hours from my doorstep in Paris. You know.
Dave says Canada has a 35 million total population. 7 million is about 19%, approximately.
That's probably a good TV rating, though.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game. You know what? You know what the sad part is? I did fall asleep in the last minute. But, I mean, I got a little bit of excuse.
Fuck you, Dallas Cowboys. Eat shit.
What's going on with that? Because we might as well talk about that.
Oh, the Packers just beat the... It looks like they're just about to beat the Cowboys. Fuck you, Tony Romo. Fuck you, Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones is still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Why do you want them to win so bad?
Like, I
Your
fucking
team's
hate
moving to LA.
Dallas.
What do you care?
I hate Dallas.
Your team's going to L.A.
No, see, they just released a plan for their stadium in St. Louis. Make
Can you
that
name
shit
the three
happen.
most popular teams in the New York area, Jeff?
What's that?
You know what the three most popular football teams in the New York area?
Three most popular football teams in the New
Yeah, name
York
them.
area.
Yeah.
Probably in the New York area.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely not fucking Buffalo.
No.
Nope.
No. Let's see. I'm gonna go say there's a huge following of Cowboys, Packers, and let's see who else do I want to throw in there.
I don't know the Giants.
Oh.
The Jets.
We'll see. The Giants
You're
is too
half
easy,
right. Actually,
and the
you're half
Jets
right.
suck. So
I think you didn't get it right, but you kind of are on the point. The three most popular teams in the New York area are the Jets, the Giants, and the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
And there's
Dallas.
shit tons of
And
Dallas
if you add
Cowboys.
one more team in there, it would probably be the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, maybe, but that's like a big minority. That would definitely be 4, though, right?
Yeah, that would definitely be number 4.
My mom is a Dolphins fan.
Well, your mom like travels everywhere.
It's not that. It's because she's Norwegian, and everything has to be perfect. And Don Shula won a perfect game. He didn't lose one game and went right to the Super Bowl and won that too. That's why she likes
yeah.
it.
And then he called Bill Belichick Belicheat, and
He's
Cronin
right.
flipped out about that.
Bella caught cheat, as Cronin likes to say. What
Yeah,
else you
Bella
got?
caught-
Previous Dave says, "Fuck gridiron football."
Gridiron football. Well, you like football. He likes football too. What are you kidding me? He likes Canadian football, eh?
Oh, go Argonauts!
Go Argonauts.
Here, the Canadian
That's
Football
right.
League was trying to get Tim Tebow.
Yeah, go Stampede!
I wish you would go there. I think Team T-Row got screwed. No, I'll never say anything
too.
different. I think Rex Ryan had a problem with his religion. That's what I
No,
believe.
it wasn't
All
Rex.
right, I'm gonna
You
go
don't think it
through
was?
this
Who
one,
was
then
it
I'm
then?
gonna go piss.
Who was it
because
then?
I'm like
It wasn't
Elon
the fucking
Musk.
general manager, Jake.
Who's the general manager?
He fucking brought him over here. He had brought him over there, and he had a fucking problem with the general. He got fired as soon as Tebow left.
Yeah.
I think Tebow.
He said, "Talk hockey, you mooks."
If you
That's
really
Dave
think
Rose.
about
Okay,
yeah,
that's fine.
you're
Let's
right.
talk-
If
let's
you
talk-
really think about
I'm gonna-
Tim, and I will talk hockey, we are a bunch of mooks. He's right. Whoever said
All right, I'm
that.
gonna go through this one
Go ahead.
because I gotta piss. I'm like Milan Lucic over here, grabbing myself.
What do you got?
Okay, so yeah, we talked about earlier. Jimmy Howard did his best Marion Hossa impression. Had to get carted off the ice.
Yeah, that was ugly though.
Yeah,
That's
tried to
pretty
stretch
ugly.
and make it in.
Oh, fuck. Skype stopped working. Unfucking believable. All right, folks. I got to reboot Skype and get pretty else. It'd probably be a good time for fucking Jeff to take a piss. But I apologize because Skype completely and totally shut down. So I'm going to get Jake back on probably very quickly. And I will get Jeff back on as soon as that. I apologize. We'll make him. Maybe we'll let the guy.
I lost you.
Thing. Hey, I added a caller to the group and we lost everybody. So poor Jeff, he was talking and then what happened? It went nuts. And then I don't know. Maybe I should go with the new Skype just for that reason because it never crashed. No, I went back to an old Skype. That was the thing.
Yeah, you were saying.
Unknown phone. Yeah, so I mean, because I thought it makes you guys look a little better as far as size-wise goes, which I can't do with any other, thing. But hopefully we'll get Jeff.
Lauren wanted to know if Canadian football locker rooms are going in igloo.
Everybody's funny tonight.
Yeah, I know. I don't even have to. I can just fucking just take off my headphones and just fucking just sit there.
Yeah, I know. No, you're always funny though, Jake. All right, 450. You're on the air. It's Frenchie Ben. I'm starting to get used to your number. What's up?
Here's a guy who speaks better French than English. How do you do, guys?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine.
Are you
know what?
handling
I
the
gotta
news
be
better
honest
than
with you.
Matt?
I'm sure I'm gonna lose fucking listeners for this, but what do you feel about what happened in Paris, man? Because I have strong feelings about it.
Oh, it's the same clusterfuck as since 9/11.
Yeah, you're right. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I don't care.
I mean, these are
I
honestly,
care about politics, but
Yeah.
you know, we're all humans.
Yeah, exactly. And I got to be honest with you. I mean, look, I would get this. Like, look, they speak French, you speak French. There is some similarities there. I know you grew up in another North America, but I mean, I gotta be honest with you, man. I mean, that's 5 hours from my doorstep, and it makes me mad.
I feel for the French. And even the Muslims, because there's lots of good people in the world.
That's pretty beautiful, man. I mean, there are great Muslims. There are great Muslims out there. But,
of course.
Unfortunately,
and speaking, let's change the
I'm
tone.
sorry I
Okay,
put you on the spot. I know it isn't that, but I just I gotta say, it's been on my mind the whole show, and then I hear a French voice, and I want to hear how you feel. And I'll let you talk about hockey now. I'm sorry. It just
no, it's okay.
I can't help it.
But I want to bow down to the Turkish Prince of Hockey. I like Matt Gazar.
Matt Gazar is a great guy, isn't he?
But I have to disagree with him about Subban.
No doubt. Let me hear this.
Oh, I was actually thinking you would be agreeing with
Yeah,
him.
no joke. Really?
No, he doesn't have a bad season, but he's not great. He's a superstar in his personality.
Is he better than Zegmas Giggins?
I don't see enough of the other games to know if he deserves it.
Is he better than Zegmas Giggins songs, though? I mean, let's face it. The NHL All-Star Game is it's to show our superstars off. Subban's got the fucking personality. Yes, in a fair world, the best player should be in the All-Star Game. But look, it's never been that way. Why does it have to be that way this year? And Zegmas Giggins songs is in it, and it was a fix. So I mean, I got to be honest with you. I got a problem with this as a Ranger fan that he's not there. I know he's not having his best seasons, but I mean, neither is Henrik Lundqvist. I mean, we're talking about primetime television. They're not even showing this on NHL Game Center because they're forcing me in Europe to find a place to watch it, which I don't even think they're going to air the game, so I'm going to have to stream it.
Yeah, but marketing-wise, I don't know what is going to be the viewership in Latvia, but it's marketing.
There's a problem with the All. If they had to add Alexander Ovechkin, who would normally have gotten enough votes in most years, and then Dave, we didn't realize at the time, Dave said, I cut that one part of that show, that in the Cree show, that he said, this is the highest voted NHL All-Star game in, history. No, it's because the ballots were stuffed.
Yeah, it's a Rory Fitzpatrick shtick.
It's the internet age. You know, I'm sorry. Zegmas Giggins songs, he's a solid hockey player, but he does not belong in this All-Star team. And I don't think he helps to sell the game. I mean, for very simply, his name alone. It's tough. It's tough to sell the name. Now, it might.
You know who should be in there? Miko Zavidajad.
Yeah.
But I mean, I gotta be honest with you. No, I mean, yeah, you might be right in the strictest sense, Frenchie Ben. As far as no, he hasn't had a good season. You called that day that, if I remember, the first time we met, you called in August when we were talking about PK Subban. That's the first time me and you met, and we did worry about that the big contract kind of taking us away from things. But I gotta be honest with you,
yeah,
the NHL,
it's part of it.
Well, the NHL All-Star Game's never really been about the best player to begin with. So
but do you know what I think is happening with Subban? Partly it's the contract, but I think he added some weight this summer, and now it's too much. Because he seems to have his two skates in cement, in concrete.
He's a chubby wubby is what you're saying, right?
No. In the sense that he's heavier. He doesn't skate the same. Maybe he's 5 pounds overweight.
I don't know what the hell.
Muscle-wise.
Well, you know, it's not like the Habs have been tearing the league on fire, and I think I didn't really expect them to, because I gotta be honest with you. I mean, we got our ass kicked by the Kings, but I'm not saying this to be a dick, Ben, and I would tell you if I was. You'd be able to tell if I was. I thought we were a lot better than you guys. A lot better than you guys.
No, maybe not a lot, but you're better.
Yeah, I mean, you think still, even with the player losses, but I mean,
what do you think about Duclair going back in the juniors?
If I was Duclair, I'd be furious. I'd be fucking piping mad. But I
He's
think
gonna win. He's gonna go to the Memorial Cup with the Quebec team.
I think that's why he went, because he's been an asset for the Rangers since day one. We got to see him when I was in New York.
And it's a sure thing because the Memorial Cup is in Quebec City.
When I was in New York, I got to see Duclair play like up close when I went home to see Joe Cronin, and I was just like blown away by him right away. I mean, you know what he reminds me of?
You were talking about him to me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When I was still in New Jersey, you know who he reminds me of? Denny Savard. Not Denny Savard. No, the kid from fucking Boston that got hurt. He used to be on our team. Who's the fucking kid?
Savard.
Mark Savard. That's who he reminds me of. The playmaker. That's the kind of player he reminds me of. I mean, there's just so much Mark Savard in him. And the Rangers had him as well, too, and they let him go. And I was devastated. I was the only guy. I'm like screaming bloody murder when they let Mark Savard go. And everybody's like, what are you, an idiot? And the rap on him is he was a head case over in New York. But I was like, oh, Jesus, he's a child. Who gives a shit? You know, and he went on to a wonderful NHL career, you know. And unfortunately, Matt Cook took that career away from him, which he was never properly punished for. I think even most Montreal Canadian fans can identify with that. What a shame that was. But yeah, I mean, if I was Duclair, I think I'd be pretty upset right now. But you know what?
It's going to be good in his career.
What's that? Say it again.
In his career, in his development, it's going to be good. And for you too.
Drouin got sent. Drouin is probably going to win Rookie of the Year. He has a good shot at winning Rookie of the Year over in Tampa.
Or Forsberg. Or Ekblad.
Yeah, Forsberg. All these guys have a shot. But you know what? Drouin went down. And you know what? If I had to guess, Drouin's going to be the better long-term player. And that's what it really is about. It's not about Rookie of the Year.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, and Drouin's still got a shot to win this thing. So I got to be honest. I think you agree with me on this. I'm a big believer in development, and it's a damn shame PK Subban didn't make the team. And
yeah, Pacioretty deserves it more this year.
You think so?
Yeah, and he's acting like the next captain.
You're making fucking Matt Kazark insane. You know that, right?
Oh, I love Subban. He's perfect for Montreal, as Price is, and Pacioretty too. So there are the three horses, and the fourth is going to be Galchenyuk.
If this was a normal season, I would be against Subban because he hasn't had a good part of the season, and it's about being the best player. But because Zigginson's made it, or Sam Zigginson's made it, and not PK, and in the past it's been more about celebrity than it's been about skill. Yeah, I got to agree with Matt on this one.
Yeah, but Tommy,
the whole picture,
let's ask Jeff, is Shattenkirk better than Pietrangelo?
I haven't been able to get Jeff back on. I don't know what
okay.
Wow.
No, Jeff, I can't even add him to group. I don't even know what's going on. I'm not even terribly sure.
Shut up.
Oh, where are you? Are you there? Hold on a second. Yeah, I'm not even joking because I never. Oh, you are here. Oh, thank fucking God.
Yeah, I'm here.
Is Shattenkirk better than Pietrangelo?
Is Shattenkirk better than Pietrangelo?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, with the Devils, they have Elias going, which I'm not like completely 100%.
Shattenkirk is having a ridiculous year.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe Pietrangelo has a same kind of season than Subban.
Maybe. That could be.
Because Subban, he plays better since Gonchar is in Montreal, but he's okay, but he's not great.
Okay, all right.
And before I leave, guys,
all right.
Speaking of Cronin, I want to put you in the camel clutch.
Hey,
hi, guys.
Balls. Hey, Frenchie Ben, I love you. I know. You'll hear this when I go off the air.
Pietrangelo actually been playing a lot better lately, though.
Yeah. I love Frenchie Ben, by the way. I think he's the best.
Yep.
I think he's like
one of our best callers.
No, absolutely. I don't know if he probably should put him on the team too, but I thought he was too old.
We can't put everybody who calls in on the team.
No, I know, but I love Frenchie Ben so much.
You know, come on.
I know.
I mean, we have to leave a little bit.
maybe somebody will, I don't know, maybe somebody will leave me. You know, one day. And I'll leave. Frenchie Ben's definitely high on the list. Well, you know, look, look, I don't know. I assumed he has kids, and I'm out of work, so I mean, I took fucking Kazar because he's fucking young and stupid, you know. And I'm glad I had a Kazar. Absolutely glad Mr. Dave Rose. We're going overtime. What is your opinion of today's show, Mr. Canadian Dave Rose?
Well, first off, I'm just going to start off by saying I'm having a fucking awesome hair day. Look at this, man. This is just beautiful.
Like, I'm going to put your close up on. Hold on.
Like an ancient warrior king.
You look like my friend Rick when he had long hair. I'm gonna find a picture of him with long hair. I'm gonna post it in our chat.
Fucking Dave Rose is beautiful. I gotta be honest with you, and I do dig his. Even though I don't dig the band,
McCarthy Projects wants to know your Twitter.
It's devious Dave Rose.
He's talking about you, Tommy.
Oh, really? Who, me?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can fucking take my
Tommy
Twitter.
see himself.
It's at Jinkling Comedy.
Yeah. McCarthy Project. Hey, I got a real quick question for McCarthy Project. Was that you on the bicycle that I saw? That's all I got to say. All right, give your review, Dave Rose.
All right. Well, it was a little slow start, and I would have preferred that perhaps a discussion on a certain person who I will leave out their name because I'd rather this whole situation be buried.
What are you talking about? Bring it up. I mean, we're on a fucking
Jaren.
show.
Just bury the whole Jaren thing, just like Triple H buries a good wrestler.
That kind of got brought up on its own, though. I mean, I got to go with it. But okay, fair enough.
All right, whatever.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Fair enough.
That's the end I'll ever talk about it.
No, okay, fine, fair enough. Okay.
All right. Nonetheless, it's actually nice to actually hear Jeff, even though it's a little loud this time, but it's better to hear you this way than it was last week. But no, it's better.
I'm still trying to figure this thing out.
Yeah, I know it sucks. How about
no,
that?
but it's been improving, and I got to say there was some great hockey talk while you were away taking your piss there, Tommy. So, don't and just a couple of things here. The information was good.
Yeah.
But I feel that it could have been a little bit better. So I've decided actually to split up the ratings and give an average. So with the entertaining and funny aspect, for example, I was just on fire in the chat. But
you win. I give it to you.
You win. You did my job.
I'll give it to you.
You did my job. All right. You did my job.
I'll give it to you on that one.
Everyone had some great lines. However, I have to say that the line that won the show was was Matt saying 9, 11. Who cares? that line won the show.
I did not catch that.
You're right.
Yeah, because he first starts with 9 goals.
Oh my God.
It's like, well, 9
9, 11. Who cares? That was a subliminal message. I did not catch that. How
you
did
didn't
I
mention. I made a reference to it. What are you talking about?
I did not. What? How did I not catch that?
I made a reference to it. That was the
I'm like,
greatest
my
line.
sides are hurting from that.
Matt was hilarious. Matt was hilarious this week, and I'm so glad that he's on the team and stuff.
You know what? When I saw that PK did not make it, and I posted that in our chat, I was like, yes. Yes, I have enough material to just for the week, and it was just all just on the whole PK not making it.
But okay, so entertaining rating is an 8.
Okay,
the informative. See, I can't even read right. Informative, not informative.
No, it wasn't.
The informative side of it was 6.5. Show total average 7.25 would be for this week.
I could take it. I'm dealing with a death right now too, so 7.2 is fucking pretty good. I thought we were looking at a 4.
And I'm on the entertainment aspect, so you know.
But one thing I do want to mention is the fact that I've seen an organic growth of just pure total comedic genius on the show, and Matt has come out from left field just amazingly, making these funny lines and saying these great things. And Ben, as always, top-notch call and saying some great things.
Yeah.
And if he's going to fight Cronin, I might just be in Ben's corner there at that fight. Represent Canada. We Mace Bears together, eh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you got to stick up for the Quebecer. I would understand that. I think even Cronin would understand that. Yeah.
Now, I sort of like in Canada, Dave, I just have a quick question. We have a lot of state pride, a lot of Jersey pride. here, like, me and Tommy being from New Jersey.
You do. I don't, but go ahead.
Yeah. But, like, do you have, like, a lot of Providence pride? Like, oh, go Ontario, yeah.
On certain sports, yes. Certain sports, yes. However, you'll find Leaf fans throughout Canada, which is kind of crazy.
I'm not just talking about sports, just in general. Like, just like trash talking, like, a bunch of fucking Frenchies in Quebec and making fun of them and stuff. Yeah. All right.
Even with the Western provinces as well. But Tommy, you had mentioned a very interesting thing. I mentioned it in the chat, but I'd like to get your take on this as well. Sure. You had said that the ballots are stuffed when it comes to the NHL All-Star.
Look, I'm not saying the ballots are stuffed. I don't know what happened, but if Zegmas Giggensons gets it over Sidney Crosby, there's some problem. You know what I mean?
I, from the very beginning, smelled something funny. Yeah. Okay, something's fishy's going on, and you made a good point as well. This is the digital age where potentially you can set up a computer script to vote anybody.
Exactly.
Well, that's what happened with Shea Weber in one of the, I think it was Shea Weber, in one of the NHL EA Sports games, and they actually had to take him off because of
cheater.
Because it was cheating.
Yeah, because one big Shea Weber fan said playing in Tennessee is never going to get you anywhere.
And what really gets me is that Phil, up on the buffet, Kessel, got in, but PK Subban did not.
Oh, Kessel's a big name, whether negative or positive, and that would be like a normal pit. That would be like a normal thing for me.
Well, you know I mean, local restaurants are going to do very well there with Kessel in town. So.
That's right. The Columbus Arby's is going to fucking make a killing.
No, I tend to agree with you, and by the way, I stuck up for Kessel earlier in the week because that reporter was a douche. I do believe that he's the problem over there.
Can I respond to that?
Sure, go ahead.
Comment that you made.
Go ahead.
I disagree with you because it's known here amongst reporters, amongst fans, that Kessel is the problem.
No, I'm saying he is the problem.
Hold on, give me a second. We agree. Although this reporter may have been crass,
yeah, that's true.
He was right. So it doesn't matter
that's true.
if Mr.
Right.
Fill up on the buffet Kessel got insulted.
Fill up.
I said this in the chat. If if a reporter was to ask me, am I a prick? I would say yes. I'm not going to deny that. So, the fact is, if he's going to take this attitude, take that attitude, but don't fall back and say, you're an idiot.
It's like, he's like saying, are you saying that I'm an asshole? I mean, he had to like bring it out. The reporter didn't like come out and balls out and ask him that. Kessel actually had to bring it out of him. So, like,
great point to make right now. Compare the response that Kessel made to what PK Subban may have made. How would Subban respond to that? Like a fucking boss.
Yeah, well, let's face it. Subban's smarter than him. He's a big dummy.
So then there's really a lot of Leaf dummies that voted in Kessel as opposed to.
I don't even believe the votes anymore. Zamis Giggensons fucking won the vote. What the fuck's that? I haven't even heard of this kid.
No, the computer algorithm fucked up, and that's why I got him in there.
You think so? Well, it should be online anyway. You should have to fucking vote for it like a regular person. It's when I said stuff the ballots, I didn't literally mean I said a digital stuff.
I'm telling you, next year, let's get Jake Link as a write-in on this show.
Why not?
I want everybody to post it, and I want to be at the NHL All-Star game next year.
You know what? I tell you what, me and Dave will work on that just to fucking fuck up the whole
system. Where is
the
All-Star game next year?
What's that? Oh.
Let's see if it's somewhere where I want to go.
Why is there no All-Star game? They're not doing the World Cup next year.
No, NHL.
Arizona.
Yeah, no, I'd like to go to.
I'm kidding, but I didn't look.
Yeah, they should be the World Cup. Actually, that's what they should be doing is the World Cup. But that's it. And that's it. So what I'm gonna do now is the plugs, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here because we're running late already. But great fucking review, Dave Rose. Dave Rose, pills, no punishes.
Oh, it's in Nashville.
Yeah, that's what he said, you big dummy.
Oh no, he said Arizona.
Said Arizona.
All right, let me knock this shit out and get the fuck out of here because I gotta pee again because I'm terribly drunk. But you like the show, share the show. Like the show, share the show. Please share the show. Ain't no hockey show like this. You know this. If you've been sitting here this long, you know this. You know this. And share with friends. Not share with everybody, but I mean, share with friends that you know that connect with it. Because we're looking to build the community here, and not with a bunch of social justice warrior fucking douchebag elitist assholes. As you can see, because we ain't.
Should I have not shared this in my mommy and me chat room?
Well, no, share where you want, but if you get any
All
shit
right,
for it, just
fine.
deal with it. All right. If you want to get a hold of me for whatever reason, you can get me at Twitter at TommyCSFTP. TommyCSFTP. You can Skype me at any fucking time of the day or leave a message. Shop from the point, one word, or call 718-395-7660. But I'm not even bothering to put my radio voice on because I have to pee so bad. And we're also on Shop from the Point Hockey, both on Google Plus and Facebook. Check us out. And if you want to buy some gear, feel friggin' free. Feel free to buy gear. And I think we're going to probably be trying to lower the price of the shirts and just putting the cups on Zazzle in the future. But if you want to get it right now and play a little extra, check it out.
I sure as fuck did.
I'm a great salesman. It hasn't. Your money hasn't even cleared yet. I looked at it. Unbelievable. It's a
It cleared on my end.
Yeah, you did. No, they're debating whether to give me your money, all 10 cents or whatever the fuck I made or not. But www.zazzle.com and you know, all that good shit. What have you? Check out my co-host right here. On the far left, you can check out Jeff Huffman, Jeff the Huffman. He has a great YouTube channel called Grand Slam 87, where he touches on everything from baseball, which I honestly think is your real passion. Like Dead on Dave mentioned this to me. You like baseball more than you like anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
Hockey is a very, very, very close second.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But you really are passionate. You were like me when I was like a kid, so fair enough. And he also is a highly aggravated gamer, and whether it's
had a video that did very well thanks to you guys.
Well, yeah, I taught you some stuff. You should be doing the same shit. Posting it on there on Reddit. You definitely check out some of his videos. Rage Taj number 8. It's if you want to laugh. You don't even have to be a video game fan. It's a fucking riot. I literally fell on the floor. Me and my wife loved it, and I expect you to like it too. And from what I could see, actual COD players really dug it too. But he also does that. He does NHL. He does Major League Baseball. I mean, he's all around gamer. And you know what? He's not one of these fucking fat fucks that sit around his goddamn basement all day and bitch about the world. He's Jeff Huffman, like this guy. Look at him. He's ripped. He actually works out too. Look at him.
Do you ever find time to sleep, Jeff?
Yeah, really.
I sleep at least 6 hours a night.
So yeah.
Between 6
I
and 8.
I got
I
a
bet
show.
Jeff doesn't sleep at all, actually.
I'm gonna be doing an open mic in New Smyrna Beach, Florida.
Are you really doing that?
Yeah.
In front of a retirement community?
Anyway, let me close out, but definitely visit Jeff the Huffman. He's not your typical douchebag millennial. And as for this other douchebag in the center is Jake Link, and his you can get him at Jake Link Comedy. And what else you got going on, Jake Link?
In February, I'm just looking that up. February 18th, I will be at Peanuts in New Smyrna Beach, doing New Smyrna Beach, Florida, from 7 to 11, doing some stand up.
See that?
And yeah.
So are you tailoring your material for the 70 to 90 crowd?
That's right, yeah. I'm going to just keep telling the same joke over and over.
On fire tonight. He really is.
Yeah.
So check out.
So if you're in Florida, you know, I expect to see everyone.
Florida.
Or your grandma or grandpa are in a retirement home, send them that way.
Yeah. Well, here's what you do. When you're telling grandma and grandpa they're not a piece of bread and they're a real person, when they go to sleep, you can sneak over and see Jake at wherever club.
You can go into grandma's purse. Go into grandma's purse, take out a 20, and come on down to Peanuts.
Yeah, why not? Why not? And then, of course, there's Devious Days Road, host of the Dark Show. I mean, I've heard it's been explained as a Joe Cronin fan show, but that's not really what it's become, correct?
No, it's basically it's an open forum. It's a no-holds-barred open forum where basically we talk literally about everything. And the other day, we almost did fucking 4 hours, and it just flew by.
4 hours. Devious Dave Rose. You can also get him at what's your Devious Dave Rose at Twitter, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, Devious Dave at Devious Dave Rose at Twitter. Definitely check Dave Rose out. He's a big important part of the team, and he's also a regular guest of In the Crease of Tommy C with me, Tommy C. And I really have to pee. gentlemen. All right, did I catch you? Oh, and also definitely check out Joe Cronin, the Joe Cronin Show. Joe Cronin is the heart and soul of a lot of our projects in a lot of ways. And you can check him out at Joe Cronin, www.youtube.com/Joe Cronin
and check out my interview, people.
Oh, I got to hit Dead on Dave, too. And then you can check on www.youtube.com/TheDeadOnDave, another host on In the Crease. And he's got interviews with Jake Link, me, Joe Cronin, this English guy that apparently urinates on women, and what with Jaren, if you want to know that whole bullshit story, and which apparently aggravates the shit out of Dave Rose. I'm done with Jaren, by the way.
You know,
Dave.
Cronin just uploaded a video saying, "I hope Matt Cook dies."
Yeah. He got his ass kicked. We didn't talk about that. He got his ass kicked by Shea Weber. I don't know. I put that on Shot from the Point.
That's what the picture is. That's what the thumbnail is.
He got his ass kicked by Vander Kane a few years ago when they were in Atlanta, and that was pretty badass too. I think I had enough, guys. Thank you very much for listening to Shot from the Point or watching Shot from the Point, whatever you call it. We consider ourselves radio guys. I got to be honest with you guys, folks. It's been a very, very rough day for me. I just found out somebody I used to work with very closely passed away not more than 12 hours ago. And I want to give my best to Steve Koenig and his family. And one of the reasons I did it, I was crying. Pretty much, doing that thing where I'm walking out of the room and not letting my wife see it, and then coming back in the room like nothing happened. Just a few hours ago. And pretty much the reason I went on because I think if I didn't go on, Steve would have called me a big pussy, and I kept thinking of that. And I appreciate his unwavering salute to the military. I appreciate his support when I was a cab driver, when I was a 20-something cab driver, when I didn't have a job, and I appreciate the kind of father he was towards the end of his life, which he spent every waking moment with his daughter. That he could, and he was a first-rate human being, working-class hero, and a first-rate father, kind of guy I look up to. When I say I look up to a father, that's no disrespect to my own, but that's as far as people Generation X, our age, that are raising children, and that's it's a big loss. It's a huge loss to his family, but they were ready for it. And I called him a year ago when he first got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and I said, so how things going, Steve? He's like, not fucking good. But I beat this round, and I'll try to beat the next one. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. And that's the kind of guy we're talking about. I have a lot of regrets for not seeing him when I went to back to New Jersey. I keep thinking about that every waking moment, and I think about that every time I go home. That I miss somebody. And I just want to dedicate this show to you, Steve. And I love you, and I love your family very much. And you know what? When you say the kind of things that you say to somebody before they leave for the military, you can't be forgotten. So as long as I'm breathing, and I don't know how long that's going to be, hopefully a lot longer, you'll be in my memory. And I love you very much, and I love your family. Peace out to the Cronin family. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.